Hi, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to SA Accounting Academy. Here's a short clip on one of our previous webinars. I hope that you really do enjoy it.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. A warm welcome to the monthly compliance and legislation update for January 2021. Let me take this opportunity to wish you all a very prosperous 2021. May it be everything that you expected 2020 to be that it wasn't. I hope we all just have a fabulous year, and let's hope that I can keep you informed of all the changes and that you just go from strength to strength in your practices. All right, so as you can see at the bottom, the webinar covers the changes during the month of December, which normally is very, very little. Contrary to previous years, this year, December, or previous December just past, was actually quite a busy month for most of the industry, seeing as how everybody's working remotely now. All the updates are also facilitated. All right, so let's get on with the logistics. As you can see there, my name is Lettie Janse van Vuuren, and I will be your facilitator for the next 2 hours. Those of you that haven't been to my webinars before, I see a couple of new names on the MCLU subscription list. There you can see all my marketing blurb, what I do, basically where I've been professionally. But this is what I do. I do webinar hosting and then consulting. All right, so you're more than welcome to read through that if you want. That's the source documents, and as you can see, there are 51 items all in all. That's the total number of items, but you will see them in a zipped folder. As always, the prefixes are normally represented by what topic it's on or who issued it. So you'll see I've put all the employment law articles for you. I've put in here, instead of us giving you the webinar material like before, all I've done now is I've taken all the relevant articles that you need detail and links to on that information that's contained in the articles. I've converted them into PDF documents for you. Right, so you'll see, for instance, in here there's a whole article with the links that work. Right, so everything is in here for your use. We'll start off with the bills. There's the COID Amendment Bill Act, right, the Compensation for Occupational Injuries and Diseases, Competition Commission, FSCA, URBA releases, the regulations, the Legal Practice Council, National Road Traffic Act, you'll see those ones, all the SAICA documents that were issued, the important ones, and then all the SARS documents that were issued. I've already gone and downloaded that for your convenience. And then lastly, those are 2 articles on WhatsApp. All right, so those are your source documents. Where necessary, I will refer you to the source documents if we feel the need to. Otherwise, we'll stick to the slides because you've got all the detail in your source documents. What I already have is I've got most of the detail contained as a short little summary on each slide, so I will be taking you through that as well. Right, but that's the source documents. Claiming your CPD hours is very easy. You simply go to your CPD tab on your profile, click on, there's the stutter. All right, she sells seashells by the seashore. Let me just get my tongue untied again. To claim your CPD, click on the Claim My CPD option, and then once you do that, you are able to then view and download your certificate. Remember that there will also be a 1-hour bonus CPD up for grabs if you complete the 10 self-assessment questions. Right, it is a separate document that is available to you, and once you've done that, you then qualify for an additional hour. The 10 self-assessment questions I do for all my webinars, and it's really easy. Right, 5 of them are, normally it's about 5 of them true or false questions, and the other ones are all multiple choice in any event, option A, B, C, or D. So it's really easy, and you should be able to do that once you've attended the webinar quite easily. All right. Then the ask questions. I apologize for the fact that today is not a live webinar. I know you guys are quite partial to the live webinars. I'm currently attending a funeral at the time that you will be listening to this recording, but we do manage to get the quality of our presentation videos so much better up front. So I've also committed to the decision that all the webinars from now on will be pre-recorded. I think with the exception of my popular webinars, which I present with a guest presenter, that's normally the only ones that will be live, right? But it also makes it easier when we experience difficulties or the gremlins are out in full swing, that the recording is available to you and it's already done. The presentation is done. Right. So even though I'm not physically attending the webinar today while you will be asking questions, please feel free to continue to do so. You use your chat sidebar on the right hand side of your presentation on the screen, bottom right. And remember to please include the topic that your question is about, so that when I work my way through the chat log and I can see whoever picky asked a question and then just the topic that it was on. All right, I always say to everybody, don't just say why is this relevant or since when is this a requirement. Just a topic so that I can see what it's all about. Then what I will do is when I get the chat log after the webinar today, I will then go and compile the Q&A summary. And the Q&A summary, I'll have all your questions on one side and the answers as usual, and that will then be uploaded to your profile probably sometime next week, as soon as we've got all the answers documented. All right. So we will not be having the live Q&A session today, but you are still able to ask all your questions. All right. So I will ask Jeremiah also not to end the webinar immediately after the presentation, just to give about 5 minutes so that you can type in any questions that you want. And remember, you've always got the option of always sending us an email as well. Right. That is just our disclaimer, all right, from SAAA, because I developed the material. Let's quickly look at what's on the agenda for this month's MCLU. All right, we've got our accounting update consisting of 2 items. Auditing for nothing new for company secretarial. CIPC really had a good rest. All they did was just all system maintenance and updates and whatnot. So no new notices that were issued there. On the COVID-19 update side of things, this does not relate to any legislative changes or anything like that. Remember, we decided at the beginning of the halfway mark last year to only include like useful links and resources and guidelines for you. So even though I won't be discussing any of those, the update is there. The links are provided to you either on the slides or it's been downloaded as a source document already. Under employment law, we have 4 items, 4 very interesting articles, and all 4 of those are available to you as source documents. Other laws and regulations update 7 items. Tax, as I said, SARS were quite busy, even past their closure date. 17 items and 3 court cases. Regulator news as well, 17 items, and I think 9 of the 17 come from the FSCA. So we will be going through some detail on that. And then under general announcements, just I think what's very relevant at this stage is the whole WhatsApp debacle, because a lot of us are using WhatsApp to communicate with our clients. And now the question arises, should we continue to use it, or should we switch to Telegram, or should we switch to email, or what's the case? All right. So we'll just be looking at the 2 interesting articles around that. Right, before we start, I found 2 quotes to start the new year with. Vern McClellan said, "What the new year brings to you will depend a great deal on what you bring to the year." And I find that is so true. All right, my wish is actually that all of us can just have more positive thoughts that lead to more positive words coming out of our mouths and more positive actions. Tony Robbins, the great motivator in the States, he says that New Year's resolutions and resolutions in general only require words. All it takes is words, and that's what your New Year's resolutions are, only words. But results take action. So please make sure that your resolutions go over into action, right? Go over into results by taking action in implementing each one of your resolutions, if you made any. If you didn't, continue right ahead. Right, I know a lot of people that don't make New Year's resolutions.
I hope that you enjoyed that video. For more of our webinar videos, go to www.accountingacademy.co.za. Thank you and have a lovely day.